Do you think Indian data centers can compete with the data centers in the West?
To be honest, I don't think that's going to happen for at least next 1 year, 2 years, or maybe next 3 years. Because the internet backbone in India is very, very weak right now. We are like the max that we have right now in offices, corporate offices, with 500 staff members, 1,000 staff members is like 2 Mbps. In Netherlands, offices are connected on 10 Gbps and home users are using 1 Gbps. They have 1 Gbps port at home. I don't think we can compete with the data centers in the from US, UK or Netherlands for at least next year, two, or maybe next 3 years. Things need to change a lot in India. We rank 133rd in the list of countries having good internet connectivity, and the average broadband speed in India is 2 Mbps, and that in Korea is 16 Mbps. So we are far behind right now in terms of internet backbone. Things need to change a lot. That can only happen if people change their mindset, because ISPs are ready to give higher bandwidth and reduce the cost. Private ISPs, but like people won't consider that. If you give 10 Mbps free upgrade, like for a user of 2 Mbps, if you give them 10 Mbps, they'll downgrade to 2 Mbps and ask for 1/5 of price. So ISPs won't let that happen, because they have invested so much in the network infrastructure. India is a big country. They have like fiber network all over India. So the ISPs would like to recover that cost, and they won't consider giving such discounts on bandwidth. So India has to upgrade. Only thing is like when the mentality will change, because few years ago you were paying so much for 64 kbps, 512 kbps, and today like when you're getting option to upgrade to 2 Mbps or 10 Mbps or 100 Mbps, you're not ready to consider that cost. You only thing that matters to you is discount. I've been to many corporate offices in India. I visited many companies. Their staff members take like 2 to 5 minutes to browse any website. It takes 2 to 5 minutes for them to load their websites, to open their mailboxes through webmail. So if it's going to take so much time for your staff member to do their work on internet, how exactly will you get productivity from them? So the companies also need to consider the cost of bandwidth, and the cost is negligible. Today, whatever amount you are paying for 2 Mbps, you can easily upgrade in the same amount to 10 Mbps, or pay twice and upgrade to maybe 16 Mbps, or maybe like 45 Mbps. But like people are not ready to consider the cost. Things need to change. The government needs to keep on revising bandwidth pricing. TRAI needs to keep on revising bandwidth pricing until unless that comes from TRAI. Other government affiliated ISPs like BSNL, they won't change their bandwidth pricing. And because of the same reason, like right now BSNL has been left out far behind in competition in the internet lease line market. Most of the data centers have not considered BSNL bandwidth, or like even if it is there, it is on the very, very low level, like the only for the sake of like BGP sharing, the domestic traffic sharing. So that needs to change. If BSNL is not in the competition, things won't change. If private ISPs have their monopoly in the market, they won't let the change happen, because revenue is important for the private ISPs. Nixie model hasn't been so successful as of now. If you see like London Internet Exchange, if you have heard about London Internet Exchange, the major change happened in the UK since formation of London Internet Exchange in 1999. Things started changing for UK European region since that happened. Similar thing happened in the Netherlands. So the infrastructure they have for domestic bandwidth sharing, that infrastructure is fantastic. Links has got such fantastic connectivity that each and every ISP, each and every data center is allowed to pair in links, and the domestic traffic is shared through links only. So that's a fantastic thing implemented in some other companies. That hasn't happened in India. Nixie was supposed to be something similar, but that hasn't happened. All top ISPs in India, they're not sharing their domestic bandwidth in Nixie. They have monopoly right now. They want people, the other ISPs, to come to their hub, their locations, and pair with them and pay them for the pairing. They don't prefer to go through Nixie. The data centers are not so keen to pair with in Nixie to take their to share their domestic band traffic through Nixie, because there is no advantage for the data centers, and you can only pair with Nixie. You can only share your domestic traffic in Nixie if you are a ISP. Data centers are not allowed. Yahoo tried to do that. We also tried to do that. It didn't happen. So we had to register another company and make that company a ISP and then go ahead. But like if Nixie remains organization dominated by the ISPs only, things won't change. Data centers need to be considered for domestic bandwidth sharing, because until and unless you help the domestic data centers to grow, until and unless you let the traffic remain in India, things won't change. As of now, like all our traffic, most of our traffic is going outside India. Like if you check traffic of google.com or google.co.uk or any other regional Google, like for any of the European countries or any of the African countries, you will see like most of the traffic for those websites, for those Google websites, comes from India only. So India is the unique traffic provider to all those unique visitors provider to the big websites all over the world, and this is only because of like we don't have a proper infrastructure in place in India for domestic bandwidth sharing. So that needs to change soon. The websites which are hosted abroad, they should come to India. Data centers will also improve their service if more and more customers, more and more website owners, webmasters and companies decide to bring their websites back in India and host in India. There are many advantages as well of hosting the websites in India. Your latency will reduce by more than like 1/10. If you are connecting to US right now, it would take more than 200 ms, but in India it will take less than 10 ms. So your visitors in India, your domestic visitors, will get fantastic browsing experience, and which helps to retain visitors, which also helps your staff member to connect and do their work, because even if your local bandwidth is not so good, but their like browsing experience will be fast. So things need to change. People need to change. Once the thinking starts changing, people start moving their website in India, things will automatically get better. ISPs will need to like stop thinking about their like revenue growth for some time, because in this transition period for maybe for a year, the revenues won't look so good. But like once the changes happen, again they'll be back on upward path. So things should change soon.